Horsemen's Association annual awards banquet. We hope you enjoyed the meal here this evening. Now we're going to get underway with the presentation of awards for each of the categories for driver, trainer, crew, and the horse categories. We're going to start right off with the trainer with the most wins. We'd ask Brian Hamilton to come up and make the presentation for the first award of the evening. We had a number of trainers who had exceptional years in 1995, including Sheldon Watts, Klaus Bishop, Sandra Foley, Todd Trites, and Rick Beattie. However, the leading dash-winning trainer was Todd Trites, who was also the busiest, starting 143 horses and training 23 winners. The leading dash-winning trainer of 1995 is Todd Trites, who will receive a Bulova watch. For the second category, we'd ask Jack McNaughton, a longtime supporter of harness racing here at Fredericton Raceway, to come up. This is for the 2-year-old pacing filly. There were 2 local fillies that made their mark in stakes action around the Maritimes and locally. Sassy Will, trained and driven by Mike Campbell for owner Gerald Goodine, and Sugar Cookie, owned and trained by Mel Land and driven by Todd Trites. The winner of this category is Sugar Cookie, a daughter of Stargaze Hanover, who raced 6 times at Fredericton with 2 wins and 3 seconds, including a second-place finish in the Williamson Memorial. Sugar Cookie took her record of 2:06 in her first lifetime start. The winner of the 2-year-old Filly of the Year, Sugar Cookie. Congratulations, Mel. For the next category, we'd ask Jim Fernley to come up and make the presentation. This is for the 2-year-old pacing colt. In this category, we had 3 nominees, all trained by the Watts stable, and the 3 colts raced successfully in all the major stakes events throughout the Maritime region. The nominees are Star Track, owned by Ashley Sloat, CL's Premier Wit, and Whitmere Rascal, owned by Wayne Hill. The top 2-year-old pacing colt of 1995 is CL's Premier Wit, who earned over $13,000 in 13 starts. He took a record of 2:02 and 2. He also was victorious in the Williamson Memorial Stake during exhibition week. 2-year-old colt of the year, CL's Premier Wit, trained by Sheldon and Kelly Watts and owned by Wayne Hill. The next award, we'd ask Sheldon Watts to come up and make this presentation. This is for the top training percentage. Once again, this category was also hotly contested with mere percentage points separating the top 3 finishers. Klaus Bishop had a training average of 398. Steve Mahar had a 340 average, but the overall winner had a 400 average in a race that went right down to the final card of the season. Sandra Foley wins the top percentage trainer award for 1995, sending out 50 starters who won 13 races along with 9 seconds and 6 third place finishers for earnings of over $11,000. That's what horse racing is all about. Okay, before we get on to the next award, we've got some beautiful coolers here that we'd like people to take home with us in the evening. So what we're going to do, we'll ask Tim Rossetti come up and auction the first one off. Where's Timmy? Timmy, you want to come up and auction off this cooler?
Jill's my spotter. We get a nice maroon and gray cooler here to start off with. It is 3 years old, still in perfect condition. We'll start at the bidding of $5. Who'll give me $5 for this cooler? $5 now. Who'll give me $7 now? $7 for that cooler. $7 now. I get $5 now. I need $7. $5 now. I need $7. $7 for this cooler. Come on now, guys. It's worth a lot of money. I get $7 now. We get $7 now. I'm back now. Looking for $10. $10 now. I need $10. We need $10. We get $10 now. I need $15. $15 for this cooler. We got $15 now. I need $20. $20. We get $20 now, $25. $25 now, I get $20. $25 now, I need $20. $20 now, $25. $20, come on now. It's a new cooler, it's never been used. Never been on a horse now. $25. $25 now, $25. We got $20.
How much do you want for it?
We got $20 now. $22. Right here, $22.
$25.
$25 now, we need $25, I want $30. $30 now, $30. We get $25 now, we need $30. $25 now, we need $30. Come on now. You can't buy them from Sandra this cheap. $25. $30? $30 from Sandra. $30 now, we got $30, $35, $5 now, $30. We got $30 now, $35. $35 now, we got $30. Come on. Make this worthwhile. Come on. $35 now, half, I get $30. I get $30 now, I need a half. Half now, I need a half, I need $30. I need $35. Ricky beating. Hey, you need new coolers. $35. Oh! My spotters ain't working. We got $35. We got $35 now, we need $40. $40. $40 now, we got $35, $5 now, we need $40. $40.
Yes, you better bid yourself. You only had 3 last summer, you had 5 hits. Gotta go for it.
Come on now. Green Hawk sells them for 70. We got 35 now, we need 40. 35, 5 now. 40. $40 for that new cooler. Nice color. Todd Trice wants this cooler. I see his hand raised back there. Now we get it 40. We get 40 now. We got 35. We get it 40. We get 40 now. We got 35. 35, 5. We get it 40. Sold. Harold Kale for $35.
Say hi to Paul.
Thank you very much, Motor Mouse.
What the hell you
It's for your buddy.
Next award we have for the evening, we'll ask Gus Mazuka to come up to make this presentation. This is for the 3-year-old filly of the year. The selection committee considered 3 fillies for this award, including Haggis, Woodmere Starlet, and Woodmere Patty. All 3 raced the Maritime Stakes circuit, as well as participating in local Atlantic Sire Stakes, the Quig Memorial, and overnight events. The winner of the 3-year-old pacing filly for 1995 at Fredericton Raceway is Woodmere Starlet, owned by Amy Lloyd Denton. Pumpkin, as she is commonly referred to, won over $5,000, winning 5 races and finishing in the top 3 12 times in 16 races and took a mark of 203. This filly won the B Division Atlantic Sire Stakes in her second lifetime start and placed 3rd in her division of the Quig Memorial. 3-year-old filly of 1995, Woodmere Starlet. Next category we have is the 3-year-old pacing colt. We'd ask the USTA Director for District 10, Mr. Howie Trainer, who's with us this evening, come up to make this presentation. Once again, we looked at a number of colts who raced well last season, including Gas Pedal, Rockin' Rodeo, Lanky Boom, Slam Bam Sam, and Nap Attack. The winner of the top 3-year-old colt at Fredericton Raceway is Slam Bam Sam, who took a record of 158 3/5. Never finished back of 3rd in 6 starts here at Fredericton Raceway. Owned by Romeo Boucher, trained by Elaine Bergeron, the 3-year-old of the year, Slam Bam Sam. Okay, we'd ask Howie to wait for another presentation as well. The next category was the leading dash winning and percentage driver. We had changes in this category almost weekly throughout the season, but when the final statistics were in, there was one driver who stood out above the rest, and he is no stranger to fans here at Fredericton Raceway. Steve Mahar had 35 winning drives, an average of 341, and earned over $32,000 in purse money here at Fredericton. He wins this award as top driver at Fredericton Raceway. Our congratulations, Steve Mahar.
Just thanks for the invitation to be here tonight, and I want to thank Gus Mazuka. I got my ticket at a special price. Mine was only $50, so thanks, Gus.
How do you think I paid for mine? Next category we'd ask Ashley Sloat to come up and make this presentation. This is for the claiming horse of the year. There were many fine performers in the claiming ranks. Nokara, Counterpart Joe, West Pointer, Virgin Breeze, and I'm Riley. However, there was one horse that raced them all and came to race every time he was entered with any driver. The claiming horse of the year is the durable Virgin Breeze, owned by Doug Hildebrand of Fredericton, trained by Tom Belmore, driven by Brian Moore. Breeze took a new lifetime mark of 203 and 4, racing here 18 times with 4 wins, 7 seconds, 3/3. 1995 Claimer of the Year, Burton Breeze. Next category we'd ask Tony Sophie to come up. We ask Tony to make the next presentation. This is for the most improved horse. This category is not only a credit to the horses who performed better than ever, but also to the trainers and grooms who put many long hours of dedication and care into the horses in order for them to achieve a new level of performance. The horses nominated for this award are Sit and Wave, WW, Comanche Fern, and Mr. Rude. All are deserving winners, and our selection committee had great difficulty in selecting a winner. So much so that it ended in a tie. The co-winners of the most improved horse of the year are WW and Sit and Wave. WW, a 4-year-old son of Landslide, co-owned by Paul Jardine, Rod Seeley, and Mike Campbell, started off the year with a record of 202-1 and reduced his mark to 159-3 in August. WW raced in the better classes all year and was very competitive in a couple of early closing events. Sit and Wave, owned by Bob Shannon, trained by Ralph Miles and driven by Charlie Miles, was a pleasant surprise, reducing his record to 201-1 and facing trips as fast as 159-3. Sit and Wave raced every top horse at the track and was a real fan favorite. Co-winners, Fredericton Raceway's Most Improved Horse Award, WW and Sit and Wave.
Go ahead, Tom. You got the white egg? You need it. I can get away with that. No, you can't. I got the award.
Okay, we're going to sell another cooler.
He doesn't want it.
We're not going to sell another cooler. Okay, I'm not going to sell another cooler. For the next category, we'd ask a long-time supporter of harness racing here in Fredericton Raceway, and she's probably seen more horse races than all of us put together will ever see. Born into a family that was involved in horse racing for many, many years and still follow the sport, we'd ask Muriel McLean to come up. For anybody that doesn't know, Muriel McLean is a sister of Whip Jardine, who drove many of the fastest horses in the Maritimes many years ago. This category is the 4-year-old of the year. The nominees in this category include Mr. Rude, Adam Down, and WW. These 3 horses had many memorable battles with each other in both overnight and early closers. All 3 had good summaries, win times, and money earnings. The winner of the 4-year-old of the year is Adam Down, owned by Klaus Bishop, who is now in Florida campaigning his stable. Adam Down raced all the best of the grounds every week, and he had a summary of 16 Fredericton starts. He had 4 wins, 4 seconds, and 3 thirds, and earned over $5,000. The 4-year-old of the year, Adam Down. For the next category, we'd ask Linda Hughes to come up and make this presentation. This is for the Mare of the Year.
If I was going to put votes on, I'd vote Linda Mare of the Year. Oh, this is for horses. Okay, I'm sorry.
There were 3 nominees for Mare of the Year: Sales Convention, Mina's Accolade, and Spudland Sequoia. All of these mares raced competitively, not only in fillies and mares, but against preferred pacers. However, there was one mare who stood out among this group and was a model of consistency. Mina's Accolade, owned and driven by Ricky Collins. Mina had 14 starts, 4 wins, 4 seconds and 2 thirds, and earned well over $3,000 without the benefit of any stakes or early closers. Fredericton Raceway Mare of the Year for 1995 is Mina's Accolade, owned, trained, and driven by Ricky Collins of St. John. For the next award, we'll ask another person who's been around the racetrack for many, many years to come up and make this presentation, Kay Stevenson. This award is for the Groom of the Year. Behind every successful stable, there has to be good help in the barn, not only on race nights, but each and every day. Jogging, grooming, and special attention are all factors in a horse's performance. Todd Treitz had a super year, and working behind the scenes was a high school student who quickly learned to love harness racing. Marty Donaher is a welcome addition to the backstretch of Fredericton Raceway. Anybody that didn't notice him out there night after night at the races, he's the only one in a jog cart at Fredericton Raceway that ever uses a booster seat. Our congratulations to the Groom of the Year for 1995, Marty Donaher.
Go, man. Marty, what he wants to do here.
Okay, we have one award left, and we'd ask Gus and Tony, two of the greatest gentlemen behind any Horsemen's Association, to come up and make this award. This is for the Horse of the Year. We always save the best for last, and this year is no exception. We had many memorable performances on the racetrack, and the racing here was tough and competitive. The Fredericton horses did well in stakes and free-for-all events throughout the Maritimes, and there were a number of horses who could be considered. Our selection committee focused on the performances of horses who raced here the most, their chart lines, earnings, and consistency. As it turned out, there were two main contenders for this award, Mr. Rood and Adam Down. The winner of the 1995 Fredericton Raceway Horse of the Year is Mr. Rood, owned, trained by Everett Hansen and Sandra Foley. Mr. Rood had ability at 3 but never really got on track until this season. From 14 starts, he recorded 6 wins, 2 seconds, 3 thirds for earnings over $5,000. Credit should also be given to John Tyler, who drove the horse in many other races. Fredericton Raceway's Horse of the Year, Mr. Rood.
Jeez, you got a super wide one.
Suck it in.
It's a perfect example of bookends if I ever saw one.
For Dallas this weekend? 50-50.
I guess we're going to do something a little later on with the other coolers rather than auction them off. So there's one that everybody in the building will want. It's going to be a priceless item a few years down the road. You'll never be able to get another one. This is the one that was donated by the core party, but there wasn't anybody to present it. So a little later on, we're going to get rid of that cooler. Our congratulations to all the winners and all the nominees. We had a good season last season of harness racing. We had probably some of the best racing you could ever see in the Maritimes, and all the horses that were nominated were probably as equally eligible to get the award as any, but the selection committee had to pick some winners, and of course the ones that were mentioned earlier were the winners for this year. But I just hope nobody feels slighted, because you all have great horses.
No, that's it. Wayne?